Rod Laver, who won 2 Grand Slams the first year that a tennis player made $100,000, was a milestone. Now they make that for showing up for an exhibition.
And that's the third very anxious looking mishit of a volley by Stefan Edberg in this game.
Another break point for Sampras.
I don't think you could afford 3 unforced errors on a volley against Pete Sampras.
No. Well, we talked about the return to serve being critical, and the last game Edberg had 4 chances, and this game Sampras has had 3 opportunities.
As a matter of fact, both players look a little anxious right now early on in this stage of the match, Fred.
I like that, because there you know the competitive fires are still burning. Number 1 and number 3 in the world. They want to get at one another. Edberg, of course, is number 4 in the world, but he's the number 3 seed here.
With Steek not showing.
Steek and Courier 2 and 3.
Steek won in Rotterdam over Wayne Ferreira in the final last Sunday.
Another breakpoint opportunity here. Sampras into the alley, moves back again, and gets that double fault.
That's his first double fault, and it happens on one of the breakpoint chances that Sampras has had. So Sampras draws first blood in this match, 3-1.
That's what Vitas was talking about, the tactics that you employ in situations like that. When you get breakpoints, move around, and the great Lou Hode used to say, hey, step around and whack a forehand as hard as you can hit it, just to threaten the guy and say, next time you're going to be there, you know something is going to happen explosively. Oh.
The 93 stats on Pete Sampras' serve. He has been just terrific. Yeah. That is, wait a second, this is somebody who is flying above this tennis court. Dean, what is that thing?
Whatever it is, I'm glad it's him and not me.
He's not planning to do a fan man act here.
From that Holyfield fight.
Yeah.
Or at least you'd have a little more room on the tennis court to land your little fan.
So he wouldn't have any trouble hitting it. Game point, Sampras. Sampras holds on rather easily in that game. He has been down a few times on his serve, but he's way ahead in the match. You know, tennis has got its Grand Slam just like golf does. 3 of the 4 golf tournaments are played in this country, and then there's the British Open. Tennis's Grand Slam played all over the world, Australia, and then the French, then Wimbledon, and then the US Open. Well, the man that you are watching, Pete Sampras, on the left of your screen, owns 3 of them right now. He won Wimbledon last year. He won the US Open. He won the Australian this year. He is trying to make it 4 in a row when he plays the French Championships in the spring in Paris. There are your first serve percentages for both players, 62 and 50. Winners, 9 and 4.
most surprising so far is the 10 unforced errors from Stefan Edberg.
Yep. Another foot fault from Edberg.
You know, Paris at the French Open has never been kind to Pete Sampras. If he's going to win the Grand Slam, of course, he has to win them all in 1 year. But the French has been his bugaboo. We asked him about it. Here's what he said.
First couple times I played at the French, I was more or less embarrassed. I remember I lost to Chang 1-1-1. I lost to Champion 3-1-1, and you know, it was a bit embarrassing. And I wanted to improve on clay. So 1 year, the year of the Olympics, I played about 8 events, which is more than I played on hard court. And so, you know, I paid my dues. I lost a lot of bad matches, but in order to play well in clay, you just have to play more and just develop some more patience and obviously be in good shape. And in the last couple of years, I've improved, got to the quarters of the French the last couple of years, but I still feel like I'm still one level behind the Couriers and the Bulgares. I just think I just need to be a bit more solid from the backcourt and be a bit stronger mentally, but each year I'm getting better.
30 love Edberg.
You can bet on that. Each year he is getting better on the clay.
Rally of the match. Both players jockeying for position from the baseline, going backhand to backhand, and now Edberg opens the court up with a slice down the line, and here he'll step in, take it on the half volley, and bang it cross court. Has a beautifully produced backhand, quick early shoulder turn, and great drive. Keeps the ball on the racket for such a long time. But wouldn't you agree with me that I think all that work on the clay improved Pete Sampras' all-around game, not only just on clay, but on grass and on the hard courts. Improved his ground strokes, return of serve.
And it also improves the situation where you've got to pick the shots to get into the net. You know, you can get away with a wing and a prayer on a fast court. You can just chip and get in there, and if it's a bad one, but you can't do that on clay. You've got to really be patient and wait for the right one. The return of serve did the damage again, forcing that half volley. That's the toughest shot in the book, the half volley, to control it. There it is. And you've either got to get it deep or you've got to get it inside that service line. That was neither. Now, look, Edberg's looking for the one down the line. He moves there to cover cross-court, tried to talk Sampras into going cross-court. He wasn't fooled at all. And another great return of serve.
So he was very much in control of this game, and now it's back to deuce. No doubt that Pete Sampras obviously has won every Grand Slam except the French, and that he can win it. What do you think the odds are going to be, though, this year? I mean, it's not his favorite surface, clearly.
He had a pretty good run last year. Lost in 4 sets to Bruguera in a match where I felt that he didn't really play his best tennis.
And Bruguera went on to win it.
And Bruguera went on to win it. So,
deuce. Nice court coverage, and another game point here for Edberg. He's trailing 4 games to 1.
But I think, Fred, on the championship like the French, a little bit of luck is involved in also. There, depending on your draw, you might get lucky enough to play a couple of the seeds that are the big servers to get your way into the event instead of playing a string of clay quarters. So
this year, something that he has that he didn't have last year is that everybody just fears him now.
That's a tremendous save. These two fellas know how to anticipate, know how to cover that net, know what to do. There's the volley now. Sampras looking for it, but he knows that if he can just barely get this over the net, Edberg's got a lot of road work to do.
Sampras has been looking up at that guy in what